Hey everyone, welcome back to M&M PTE NAATI. This is Mohit. So guys, in today's video, we are going to look at another fill in the blank question where I would be not only giving you the answers, but also the explanations of how are we picking the answers, what are the correct answers, then what is the reason for them being the correct answers. So you can follow alongside, understand the logic, the reasoning behind selecting those, which can also help you in the other questions that you would be practicing. Now, let's get started with this one. Like always, you can pause the video at this stage. First, try to solve the question by yourself and see how many correct answers are you able to get by yourself. You can even put it down in the comments below. Out of 5, how many were you able to get correct? And then you can resume the video, follow along me to see what are the correct answers, and most importantly, why are those the correct answers. Now, let's get started with this one. So, as you can see, there are 5 blanks in this one. Starting with the very first one. So it is a drop down fill in the blank. So we have got 4 options for all the blanks. So first one, Durkheim found humanistic studies uninteresting, dash from psychology and philosophy to ethics and eventually sociology. So this guy, he found these humanistic studies uninteresting. He didn't like them. Dash from psychology and philosophy to ethics and eventually sociology. So he kept changing from one to the second to the other. That's what this sentence means. Looking at the options, we have moving his position, alternating his mind, juggling his job, turning his attention. So if we say moving his position from this and this, moving his position is usually referred to when we talk about people, like he moved his position from this person to that person. Or even another situation where I could use moving his position is when they're only talking about two things, from one thing to the other. Here we have got psychology and philosophy 1, ethics number 2, and sociology number 3. So there were 3 things that he was going around. So moving his position would not be the correct fit. Then we have alternating his mind from psychology and philosophy to ethics and eventually sociology. Juggling his job and turning his attention. See, alternating his mind from this and that, again, alternating his mind as in either this or that. Only 2 things are being talked about. Here they're talking about 3 things. So alternating his mind, something similar to the first one, that would not fit. Juggling his job, no, there's nothing being talked about the job or stuff. They're simply talking about these things. So juggling his job, again, it's when you juggle between things, you juggle between 2 things. So either this or that. So again, that is something similar to the first 2 options, but that doesn't fit in the context. Turning his attention, that makes sense. That is, he was first focused on these ones, psychology and philosophy. Then he turned his attention to ethics and eventually turned his attention to sociology. So that makes perfect sense, from one to the second to the third. Turning his attention would be my correct answer. Then he graduated with a degree in philosophy in 1882. So Durkheim's views dash him a major academic appointment in Paris. So from 1882 to 1887, he taught philosophy at several provincial schools. So is a connector which is connecting previous sentence to the next one. So means because of that. So it's a reasoning connector, it's a relating connector. So whatever happened in the previous sentence, because of that, from this year to this year, he taught philosophy at several provincial schools. So that means something bad happened, something negative happened, only then he had to teach philosophy at other provincial schools. Durkheim's views dash him a major academic appointment. So we need something that says no, or something negative that happened. Hasn't got, can't get, could not get. These could be the 3 options. Were getting would be wrong, because were getting means it actually got him that major academic appointment. But if that was the case, why would he then teach philosophy? So that doesn't make sense. Hasn't got, can't get, or could not get. Now the thing is, this entire paragraph is in the past tense, right? So they're talking about 1882, 1887. Even in this sentence, from these years, he taught philosophy. He didn't teach, he is not teaching, he will not teach, he taught. So we need a verb which is in the past tense. Hasn't got, can't get, can't be the right answers, they are present. Could not get is in the past. Can is the present, could is the past, could not get would be my correct answer. So Durkheim's views could not get him a major academic appointment in Paris, and that is why from 1882 to 1887, he taught philosophy at several provincial schools. Then number 3, in 1885, he dashed Germany, where he studied sociology for 2 years. So he dashed Germany. So it clearly means that he obviously went to Germany, right? That's where he studied sociology for 2 years. So we need something which denotes that he went to Germany. Looking at the option, he came after Germany, doesn't make sense. You can't come after a country. He wrote about Germany, doesn't make sense because he was there for 2 years, so didn't write about. He ran across Germany. See, we never run across a country. That doesn't make sense in English. We run across a friend. Like I was on the street and I ran across my friend. Like you run across people, you don't run across country. So again, that is the wrong word over here. He left for Germany. Left for Germany means he actually went to Germany. So that means the same. In 1885, he left for Germany where he studied sociology for 2 years. So that makes perfect sense. Then, number 4, Durkheim's period in Germany dash the publication of numerous articles on German social science and philosophy, which dash in France, earning him a teaching appointment at the University of Bordeaux in 1887. Now, this entire sentence is positive. So, something good would have happened in Germany, which resulted something good in France, which eventually earned him a teaching appointment at this university. So, positive words first of all. Durkheim's period in Germany dashed the publication of numerous articles. So, something happened with the articles, a word, an action word for articles over here. Resulted in the publication of articles, flicked through the publication, was down to the publication, achieved by the publication. Now, see, Durkheim's period in Germany resulted in the publication of numerous articles. That makes perfect sense. Resulted in as in he wrote, he published those articles, those numerous articles is what they're talking about. So resulted in makes sense. Germany flicked through the publication. See, flick through means going through something quickly. Like I flicked through that book to get a basic idea. But then that has nothing to do with something over here. They're talking about articles which have to be written, not the ones that have to be studied. Germany, so Durkheim's period in Germany was down to the publication of numerous articles. Again, that doesn't make any sense in the context. When you say Durkheim's period in Germany was down to the publication, that means that was the only thing that he did over here. But there's no correlation between that word and the next sentence because he wrote this and philosophy. And Durkheim's period in Germany achieved by the publication, that's grammatically incorrect. For this to be correct, you need a helping verb before it. So Durkheim's period in Germany was achieved by. So you need a helping verb before the word achieved, but then we haven't got it, so that would be incorrect. Resulted in makes perfect sense, as in when he was in Germany for 2 years, that resulted in the publication of, so he published numerous articles on German social science and philosophy, which is a good thing, which dash in France. So again, a positive word in France, earning him a teaching appointment, which remained modest in France. Absolutely can't fit. Modest means being humble, and people can be humble, not the article. So that doesn't make sense. Which gained appreciation in France, which collected money in France, and which gained recognition in France. See, collected money would be out of the equation because whenever we talk about articles and different things which are published, money is just a byproduct of it. Money is a byproduct. It's not the main thing that for which those articles are published. Like nobody publishes articles for collecting money. They do it for gaining recognition is the correct word over here. Appreciation is also the correct collocation. Don't get me wrong. The collocation is correct. But when you talk about those universities, those articles which are published, social science, philosophy, they gain recognition in a country. Like they became famous in a country. Appreciation is done by people. But when we talk about a certain country, we talk about they gained popularity in that country. So gained recognition in France would be the perfect fit. Earning him, and because of all that positive statement, it earned him a teaching appointment at the University of Bordeaux in 1887. And these would be the correct answers. Now, this is what I had to share in this particular video. Like I said, I've got so many other videos on the similar topic, fill in the blanks, different questions, all exam-based questions, by the way. So it's a good idea to follow along these videos just so that you're getting an understanding of why are we picking the answers, what's the reason, why is this correct answer, why is this not the correct answer. When you understand the logic, it just helps you to think a lot better and you have a higher chance of getting more correct answers in your exam. Guys, all the very best if you have got your exams coming soon. If you need online coaching with one-on-one feedback support from me and Mohit all 7 days a week, we give one-on-one feedback to our students all 7 days a week. If you want that, which is the main key ingredient to actually clear your exams and get your desired scores, You can always contact us on either Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp. Links are there in the description. Message us, have a chat with us, and we'll make a plan with you and we'll make sure you clear these exams in your very first go, whether it's PTE Academic, PTE Core, NAATI Hindi, NAATI Punjabi, NAATI Gujarati. All the very best, and I will see you all in the very next video.